What is going on, guys? Marcus here with the Reformation Woodshop. 7 months ago, I got the LaserPecker 2. It was a very, very awesome tool to add to the arsenal of tools that I have in this shop, and it made my life totally better. 3 months ago, I got the LaserPecker 4. Like the LaserPecker 2, it changed the dynamic of my shop, and it made making things so much funner. In today's video, I am going to answer the question, what is the difference between the LaserPecker 2 and 4, and which one should you invest your money in for your shop? Just a disclaimer, I am not being paid to say anything. There will be a clear-cut winner. This is not one of those videos where I tell you they're both so fantastic and great, you should buy both of them and give all of your money to this company. I will have a favorite. Before we get started, obviously the LP4 is built to be a better machine, but we're gonna find out if the LP2 is adequate enough to start a business and if you don't need to waste extra money on the LP4. All right, so for starters, let's go with the stats on each individual machine so that we can compare power, speed, weight, and find the superior machine that way. All right, so this is for the LP4, this is for the LP2. We're going to start both of them at the same time. You can see the app for the LaserPecker 4 says it's at 30% done, and this one is at 15% done, so it's literally double the speed. The LP2 speed is 600 millimeters per second, while the LP4 speed is 2,000 millimeters per second. That is a pretty large difference. Almost triple the speed is pretty good. If you get the LP2 with the third axis attachment, you're looking at $1,199, and if you get the LP4 with the sliding table, you're looking at $1,469. So the price difference for the machine and its main accessory is only about $300. The LP2 has an engraving area of 100 millimeters by 2,000 millimeters. Because of the third axis, the LP2 can technically do more than the LP4. The LP4's engraving area with the sliding table is 160 millimeters by 300 millimeters. So kind of a ding on the LP4. When thinking about what machine is right for you, I think this next stat is pretty important. Weight. The LP2 is a little over 4 pounds. That's something that you can put in a bag or a suitcase and take it to craft shows and vendor fairs so you can do customization on the spot. The LP4, on the other hand, is a little over 9 pounds. That's going to be a little bit harder to take as a carry-on while you're traveling and doing stuff like that. The cutting depth on the LP4 is 8 millimeters, while the recommended cutting depth is less than 5 millimeters on the LP2. Obviously, 8 millimeters is greater than 5. Both the LP2 and the LP4 utilize the LaserPecker app. The LP4, though, is optimized for a better version of the app that enables layering your images and the ability to use light burn. I don't think that the app is ready yet, so I can't really show you, but that's the projected outcome. Now here is the deal breaker. This is why the LP4 will knock off the LP2. The LP2 is a 450 nanomicron 5-watt laser. The LP4, the one that is only a couple $100 more, is a 450 nanomicron 10-watt laser that is 8K resolution. Double the power, and on top of that it has a 1064 nanomicron fiber laser. It is a 2-watt laser that can engrave metal, and what 8K resolution means is that you can take an image or a photograph and engrave it almost near perfection as if it was printed on by a computer. That is leaps and bounds better than the LP2. One of the biggest questions on my last video, and questions I've gotten in my DMs very frequently, is what about the accessories? Are they all compatible forwards and backwards? Can I utilize the third axis with the LP4, and can I use the rotary attachment with the LP2? Let's find out right now. So when I'm connected to the Bluetooth of the LP2, I go to my settings. It gives me the option for the third axis, all of the other button locks, batch engraving buttons, and all of my units and stuff like that. When I'm connected to the LP4 and I click that, you've got the third axis, you've got the axis rotation, and the sliding table. So sadly, your third axis can go to the LP4, but your LP4 accessories will not go backwards. Wah, wah, wah. The third axis works with the LP4, and that is a big deal, because if it didn't, LaserPecker would go bankrupt and I would be so mad. I don't know if that's just a software issue that they can make compatible in the future, but as of right now, the third axis only works with the LP4. In my opinion, the LP2 standard package has better accessories than the LP4. I like the third axis. I like that the one machine works 3 different ways. You can utilize it to walk across the floor, you can utilize it as your sliding table, and you can spin cylindrical things on it. The rotary attachment and the sliding table for the LP4 are awesome and cool if you're into that kind of thing, but I'm not super interested in either of those things for what I do. One of the cool upgrades with the LP4 is the magnetic shroud that protects you from the laser. I like that you can pop it on and off. With the LP2, it's a small little clip-on one. I like the ease of function with the LP4. Magnets were a good idea. Both machines are super portable and easy to engrave anywhere and everywhere. For the LP4, all you have to do is kick that bottom plate out of it. It can engrave on any surface you set it on. And with the LP2, you pop it off its stand and you can take it anywhere to engrave. It's very, very useful. With the LP4, you can engrave everything that the LP2 can engrave, plus metal. While the LP4 is a bigger, beefier machine, I still consider it pretty portable. I can carry it with one hand. It's kind of heavy in comparison to the LP2, but if I had to pick, I would definitely take the LP4 and still use it as a portable machine that can do 2 times and 3 times as much as the LP2. This guy is tiny but powerful and very useful, and the only reason I can knock it is because the LP4 exists. If the LP4 didn't exist, this would be the best mobile laser on the market. If I'm sitting down with the laser for a few hours worth of engraving, or I'm doing a small tiny project that needs to be done really fast and efficiently, I'm going to choose the LaserPecker 4 every single time. And if I had to start from the very beginning and I had $1,000 in my bank account and I had to choose between the LaserPecker 2 and the LaserPecker 4, I would just wait until I had that extra couple $100 and get the LaserPecker 4.